dozen other agents of the Shadow Network knew when to expect their packages as information traveled ahead. Is this the girl he was to have taken up? Had the Abingdon ring grabbed her instead? If so, these lowlanders, these so-called farmers, had bought her off the Abingdons and were using her like she's a slave. Evangelist Zilpha Seabold was a clever, well-prepared wanderer, but she had been caught. There was no reliable information about the girl she was conducting when arrested. Duncan Smoot was to have been the next link, the next conductor. He was to have met her near the town of Peach Bottom and taken her on to other helpers. He was a happy cog. He was satisfied to be neither the first nor the last of the chain. But the failure of this endeavor stung him. It irked him being unable to find the girl and know she was freed. Duncan canvassed the colored towns and the fringe settlements looking for her. If she had been taken in or helped along, then he would be content. He would know. He looked and searched in the woods where the girl was separated from the evangelist. He talked to like-minded folk. News of Evangelist Zilpha Seabold was troublingly consistent. The hooting and hollering preacher woman was said to have been put in stocks and, by all accounts, tortured. Duncan's informant said her face was pulpy and her legs broken when they last lay eyes on her. No word of the girl. Reports of the pitiful state of the evangelist surely meant that she had not given up any names or hideouts. Bless her. She had suffered for her folk. It is time for a bold action, Duncan thought. He knew himself to be a man consecrated to a cause and pledged to a purpose. Mostly he worked within the system and was one of a chain of folk who followed on the information of others. Now was time for him to act on his own gut. "What you thinking about, Duncan? You a ponderin'," Mama would say when he was small and thoughtful. Duncan had been a ponderer when he was a young boy. Then when his sister Hattie came, his mama forgot to hold off his tormentors. His cousins, a few years older, were cruel boys. They toughened him up and turned him quickly from a ponderer to a plotter, a schemer, a burner, and an eye gouger. New York? New Amsterdam? Ah! Grandmother spit when she say it. She say, "Since when is new?" Grandmother's spittle runs into our creeks. It sustains us. We won't die of thirst in these hills. Our grandmother sleeps there up ahead. She is taking her well-earned nap. Her lips fall back. Spittle runs out of the side of her mouth while she sleeps. The hills, the outcroppings, the ridges, these are her misshapen teeth. Them sharp juts are what remain when flesh pulls back from bone. It is no doubt that grabbing off this girl from the lowlanders is against some law. Thou shalt not steal off your neighbor's bondservant, your neighbor's slave, or your neighbor's wife. Can you steal off a girl who has already been stolen? Duncan knew he was taking a lot on himself, but surely these lowlanders were holding her by illegal and immoral means. It itched him. It bothered him. The ring had been uncovered and verified in Philadelphia. They were nefarious. They worked by chicanery to take custody of their victims. Josiah Abingdon and his confederates were a clutch of despicable pirates of all colors who operated a shadow underground. Young escapees were lured or fell into their hands, then were sold outright to a variety of work situations. Profit from the sale of children was good because they offered little resistance and their fear and confusion made them easy to control. This much Duncan knew for certain. The child he had been searching for had passed into unscrupulous hands, was sold and taken off by this derelict farmer named Logan and his wife. Was he so fixed on it because of what had happened to Pippi? As Duncan advanced his plan, he mulled the man whose destiny he was changing. Logan was a fool with no neighbors. He'd not even made a dam to exploit the stream that ran in back of his place. If he had water and buckets to dip it, he might save some portion of the house. He is stupid and lazy and not one who would stick in this place. Duncan watched. They had no dog to raise an alarm that an interloper was nearby. He wondered at a keen man being so careless. At his home in Russell's Knob, no unknown man or animal could